it's the focus on the end point rather than the journey. And while I mentioned I don't know a ton of triathletes that are threes, I do know some, and there can be this always chasing the next finish line moment. And as they're always chasing that, they miss all of the moments that are the journey that get you from signing up for the race to the next one. And I have a few friends that I suspect are threes. It has not been confirmed, but it can even be like finish the race and immediately sign up for the next one because that race day or that finish line feeling is so strong. The thing they forgot, oh, this meant 8-hour bike rides and 6-day a week, 2-a-day workouts. Like they forget all of that because they love that moment so much. And so they can just erase all of that.
So is the work for a 3 in that then slowing down to appreciate the emotion in the moment? And if you really flip that on its head, the more emotional work is because feelings are inefficient. I'm going to shove those down. I'll deal with those later. I'm future.
They never fully achieve the thing. And so I think the work actually is, how do you give yourself the grace to not attach your worth to that? How do you, just like we talked about, right? The value is in your humanness, not in your achievements. And how do you get comfortable with that idea? I think there's a lot of work in that. And then also in the, can you just like, before you plan the next big thing you're going to do and achieve, can you just take a minute and celebrate the thing you just accomplished? I don't know if you've heard this about threes, but I've also heard things like they're kind of always raising the bar on themselves or moving the goalpost, right? So it's like they never actually get there. So this comes back to the race thing. And also why the other reason that they'll sign up for another race right away will be, well, I just ran a marathon, but I think I can do it faster. And then, right, then it's like, I will be worth more because I can run it faster than I ran it today.
Right. Right. So I can give you an example of like a real household example of that. So with my second highest number being 3, I can think about sometimes back when I was a kid where I would get like praise, right? And it was always like after a soccer game. If I had a good one, I fought really hard. If my parent heard another parent saying a compliment, right? Then that's what would be celebrated. And it was always the next thing, the next thing, the next thing, the next thing. And I remember back in, oh man, I forget how old I was. It was in high school at some point. And I bet one of my coaches in my last 2 games that I would score 3 goals. And if I did that, then I could suit up for varsity as a freshman for when they were in the playoffs. And I scored 5. And then I went back to that class like that very next week. And I was like, hey, I scored 5. He's like, okay, a deal's a deal.
Yeah.
But I wasn't going to stop at 3.
Right.
For what? I want to go and be able to say I did 5.
Right. It's just a little bit more. Just a little bit.
A little extra. Just a little.